So, short sum up. I checked this switch with the where I thought that only the battery was bad, but after checking it, it seems that it doesn't charge. It runs on a good battery, but it doesn't charge. So it's either this charging chip, or I think this one is involved in the charging too. So one of these two chips will need to be replaced too. Next one, this is, I haven't got to this one yet. This is the one that doesn't turn on and doesn't charge. Yeah, still a lot of investigation on this one. For this one, yep, let's see if you can see it here. I think you see it in the middle. One of the pins is bent, and if you try to close this ribbon cable holder, it doesn't close very good. Okay, now I think it did, but yeah, this cable is definitely bad, and even from the symptoms that it doesn't charge and so on, it could be the same as with this one too. So no easy fixes, and let's see what we will come up with them. So I have the Nintendo Switch with the bad battery, and wanted to record some of the behavior as it how does it behave. So voltmeter is set at the voltage. It has a 5-volt power supply, and if we check, it has the power given. It goes quite good to discharging, and even without connected battery, it shows constant 4.1 volt as a power supply. We can connect it correctly. So here 4.1. If we connect the completely dead 0-volt battery, it trickle charges it. He gives 4.1 volts. Okay, let's try. Okay, maybe because it was hot connected. So we disconnect the power supply and connect it to a new. And let's see how it behaves now. I see that the screen turns on and turns off. It shows that it's full battery, but I think this is the behavior of the empty battery too. So it cycles, turns on and turns off. And yeah, you can see on the battery that it completely restarts in principle. It gives 4.1 volts, then falls down to 1 volt, and then again. Not sure if it's a normal behavior in the trickle charging mode, but right now it works like this. So somehow, yeah, okay, so this is one mode, or let's see how it behaves. And if we connect good battery, with a good battery, it's even more interesting. Yeah, and we connect the power supply. We see that this battery was at 3.8 something. Yeah, we see that the screen turned on, and it stays at lower than 3.8. So in principle, it doesn't charge when a good battery is connected. Yeah, that leaves, I somehow suspect more this chip, and not this one, but because both of them are responsible for charging the battery. And yeah, with this it has turned it on. It has the battery at 52. Yeah, but it doesn't charge. I left it for some time and it doesn't charge. Okay, so let's try to disassemble it and exchange this chip. Okay, so I have all set up. I have the flux, the chip that will be exchanged, some tweezers. So let's start. I'll set it at a low airflow and something like 280 or over 300 degrees, and try to preheat a little bit the board and then remove the chip. So, live filming is not my strongest side, but let's try. I connected all the cables, and now let's connect the known good battery, and let's see how it behaves. So 0.4, and it stays at 0.4. Does the screen turn on? Did we made it worse? Yay. Something is worse than it was before. Nice. So just yeah, wanted to say just a short summary, but what just now happened, I think I saw on that my mate wins. When I was trying to take off this chip, I pushed and knocked over all of these elements. Then when I was reapplying them back into the order, not sure if they're even in their places. I hope they're the same capacities and so on. I even managed to get lost few of these small ones. So I spent last hour here reheating the board multiple times, reapplying flux and getting these elements back on the board. And I will not be surprised if this board will be a donor for spare parts, because wow, never had this kind of experience, and I hope no one of you guys will have it. It's a nightmare, these small elements. Yeah, but okay, just try to after exchanging back the original chip, because with the replacement it was just staying at 0.45 amps, and no life was at the board. It was not turning on. Now with the original chip, it behaves the same. It has this 0.45 amperage charging amperage, and yeah, I will try to hook it up everything back into its onto the display, but not sure where the what got wrong. Only this chip was exchanged, and behavior of the viewport screwed. So yeah, let's see if we can what could it be that this board works now like this.